Have you ever wondered how a professional artist creates a painting from start to finish? I'm back with part two of my three-part series of how I create a painting from start to finish. Hi, I'm Rita, and welcome back to my home studio. So this is where I left off on the canvas last week. It's a 36 by 36 inch canvas, and it was white to start. And what I did was basically I started with some mark making. I used pencils and some wax crayons, artist crayons, to just put some marks all over. I wrote the word love as well. And then I went in with just some colors that I didn't pick. I just sort of grabbed them randomly because it's very intuitive and I just wanted to cover the whole canvas with some color. And it turned out very colorful. It's reminding me of Easter, lots of Easter colors. So I'm going to start today. This is going to be the messy middle. So stick around to the end because this could go really well or it could be a total disaster. But it's just paint, so it'll be fixed in the end. So I'm going to start with some more mark making, and I'm just going to just work on the marks that I did last time. I'm just going to do over the colors. Still very intuitive at this time, but I am going to get a little more intentional as I go on today. And I think I mentioned that even though I started off very colorfully, this is going to be a basically a neutral painting, mostly blacks and whites, and maybe a little brown and some gold thrown in. I'm going to get some marker on here. These are the Posca acrylic markers that I really like. So these are all going to be covered up, and hopefully they're going to dry today so I can get a lot of the painting done. Just going in with some different colors. Let's add some gray. So I'm still getting used to painting on camera. I think that'll take a while. But I'll just continue on. Don't mind me if I go silent for moments at a time. So I'm going to get more bold with my mark making now. Still intuitive, but I've got a general plan that I want to get some composition in here. So I'm going to start thinking in those terms from now on. And I'm losing my paint. I haven't decided if I'm going to add some collage to this yet. I might do that, but that would be more towards the end. So I've got some uh, liquid black here. I'm just going to add some marks. Of course, the car alarms go off while I'm recording here. I live right downtown, so it's very noisy. I couldn't record it all yesterday because the trucks were just loading all day long. Okay, so I've got the black in there, and I need to add some more. It's hard to really imagine that all these are going to be covered, and it will actually look good at the end. So we're getting into the messy middle now. That people call it the messy middle, the ugly middle. Every painting goes through an ugly stage, and I think we're getting there. So normally I would stop and let the black dry, but I don't want to, sorry, I didn't get prepared. I need a towel to wipe it off with. Note to self, prepare better before doing videos. So I'm just gonna wipe these off a little bit so that they'll dry faster. I really don't want them blending too much into the other colors. Gosh, so much to learn for me. I really admire the artists on YouTube that I watch that are comfortable on camera and they know what they're doing. Okay, let's see. So I've got some colors mixed up here. This is, I don't know if you can see these. I mix them up there, just like neutral. There's like a beigey color. There's more of a whitish, grayish tone. And this actually is a beautiful color. It's a house paint. And I like to get the little sample colors because they mix in nicely and I like the colors. So that could be controversial. A lot of people don't agree that you could put house paint into a painting, but I've done it since I've been painting, basically. I like mixing them in and mixing them out, and uh, they're house paint. They're durable. They will last. But if you disagree, you can leave leave that in the comments. I'd like to hear your opinions on it. Okay, so now what I'm doing is just I'm going to cover up a lot of the color here, but still have areas of it peeking through. And so just blending in what I put on. Try this other color here. It's a little bit darker. I think I'm going to try to do voiceover. That way I can just paint and not have to worry about talking. But for now, this is okay. If you don't mind, just while I go quiet here. What do you think? Are we definitely at the ugly stage? Although I kind of like this. This is very raw, very graffiti-like. Okay, my brush got a little dirty. See, normally when I'm painting on my own, I would just stop and let it dry. But until I get better at editing, I can't do it that way. So I'm just gonna carry on here. I noticed in the other video too that I use my left hand a lot, which I didn't even realize until I started filming myself painting. I guess I do that every now and then. So I'm liking this, actually, where you can see underneath coming through with the brush strokes on top. I really like that. And so this is how it goes. It's just layer after layer. I put on some paint, cover it up, put on some marks, I cover them up. And it's still quite intuitive. Although I started with a bit of a composition, I'm just I'm painting and not worried about that really yet. I think that's going to come in part 3. So it's looking quite different. Whether it's good or bad, we shall figure that out later. I'm going to do a little bit more, but I think I'm going to stop fairly soon and let it dry. Sorry, guys. It's hard for me to talk and do this. Definitely going to consider the voiceovers because then I can concentrate on what I'm doing and or get better at editing, of course, which I'm have to do. So I'm liking that area, but it's kind of dark. So I'm going to mix those two colors and get some of that on there. And fast motion too. I'm going to start incorporating some of that because this can get a little boring. So much to learn when starting a YouTube channel, especially when you're not very tech savvy like I am. I'm learning a lot. So that was my goal, to learn, and that's happening. Okay. Liking how this is going. Going to go in with some extra marks, but I think I'm pretty well done for today because this has to dry now and I have to sit and look at it and ponder it and think. Maybe next week I'll come back with some examples of other paintings in this series that I have, and then it will make more sense. Okay. That can be fixed. Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I think it's it's on the right path. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's on the right path, and I don't want this video to be way too long. But I'm going to add more marks and then add more of the neutral, the white and the beige, and then add more marks and then add more of that. And I'll probably do that. I might do a little bit before the next video, and I might not. We'll see how it goes. So if you would like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. It would help my channel to grow. And I hope you're enjoying these. I know I have a lot to learn, but I love sharing my art with you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. That's it. See you next time.